recent. I got these things for Christmas. They're really supposed to be an under the sink organization, but I'm thinking I like them in here a lot better, so I'm going to see what I can do with them today. I'm not sure. Don't even know what all this stuff is for because these directions were not very clear, but I will save the pieces in case I figure out where they go. But this is really cool. It's got a little hook on the end, a little hook here, there's a hook here and here, and then there's this neat little thing that I could either put scissors or pencils or pens or measurements or whatever, and then I have a little hook on the back. Then the inside has all these little compartments, and you can kind of move them around if you like, but right now I'm going to leave them like that. And then look at this. Look at this. It has a drawer on the bottom. I'm so excited. I just don't know what I'm going to put in it, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Okay. I have lots of things in these tiny little drawers, and a lot of them are my tools that I use every time I sew at certain machines. I've got 2 sewing machines, my serger, and in a few minutes I'll show you my embroidery machine over there. And so I'm thinking, usually what I've been doing is just before I start sewing, whichever machine I'm working on, I go over there and I get out my tools and I put them in a little basket or something right here by me. But if I was to put them in this, I don't know. I've got to figure that out if I'm going to do that or not. Because the drawer works this way. Well, it works this way, which I don't know. It doesn't have a top on it, so I don't know what I'd put in there anyway, but I'll put something. But I have these compartments, and then this little thing on the end like this. I don't know. You know, since this is open, I don't have to have it come out. This was for under the sink storage, so I've got to remember that. So, okay. So if I turn it this way, back here, like kind of between, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Why not? This is just play day anyway. Let's just try it. Some glasses, I have to have those. Let's just move this down for right now. I want to show you this first. I have to show you this. This is a wooden box, and it's dusty. A lot of stuff in here is dusty. It's a wooden box that was my mother's, and I believe that it was for her crocheting needles, maybe. I'm not sure what all this is. Maybe it's a sewing kit. I'm not sure. But it's very special to me. And in it I have one of her thimbles. Actually I have 2. One's plastic, but that's okay. And let's see what else is in here that would belong to her. I guess that's all. Well, this, but you know what? I have no idea what this is. It's a seam guide. How do you make that work? I'm going to have to leave that out so I can see. I'll put it in here for now, but I'm going to have to get that out and see how that works. But I just wanted you to see this beautiful, it says knitting volumes. So it was for knitting. Isn't that pretty? So happy I have it. So happy I have it. Okay, I'm going to put it down here at the end for now. And we're going to try, oh, and I also want to show you this. I'm going to end up spending my time showing you things. This is embroidered by one of my friends, Patty. She gave it to me for my birthday. It's a little coaster. And I usually keep it next to my machine when I have a glass or cup to keep the table from getting messed up. But it's so pretty, I don't want to mess it up. It says, "May your bobbin always be full." Isn't that sweet? And the back is so colorful. I love it. Thank you, Patty. Okay. This is my pin cushion that I keep close. I have one that I keep over here, and I have a different one that I keep at my embroidery machine. And this is just my little, this is not my normal trash basket. I usually use a grocery bag and hang it on the doorknob because I usually have a lot of trash. But this is just like for my threads when I'm sewing, so I don't get it all over the floor. Because I don't know if you can see, but eventually you'll see I have carpet. This was our guest bedroom, and it's no longer our guest bedroom. We don't have guests very often. And when we have grandchildren, they like to sleep in the loft, all of them together. Okay, let's get this thing up here. I think it will be fine turned this way. I might want to put it closer. I don't want to put it too close because I like to have room for my fabric or whatever is going around. Maybe I can put, but I can always just pull it closer, can't I? Okay, let's try that. Let's get some of, I'm going to pull my little tools and things out, and we will put them in here and see what happens. Let me see if you can see me. I hope you saw me. I don't know, I can't tell. I'm just learning this camera thing and not doing real well yet. So, excuse me. This is where I keep most of my tools, and I just take out what I need. But I'm going to try putting them in here and see. Let's do this. Let's move Miss Nancy out of the way. This is Nancy, by the way. I name my machines. Nancy, Tiffany, Rachel, and the embroidery machine is Maggie because she's so magnificent. Okay. Let's see. These stay by my machine most of the time. Okay. What do we want to put in here? I use, you know what? You wouldn't think that I have enough seam rippers. Why I have that many, I don't know. This is my favorite. It's a Clover. These are the best as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm going to put them, I don't really need to put them all out here, do I? I think I'll just keep the ones that I use the most. Maybe I can put them right there. That's the ones I use the most. Sometimes I use this one, but not often. I'll put that there. And then this, okay, I've been sewing for 58 years. I don't look that old, do I? I am. And I had never seen one of these, and now I've already forgotten what you call it. It's from Clover, and it's for using it in the, you know, turning things and then getting them in the corners to get it straight, get the corners good. And when I ordered this, I had already ordered this and didn't know that this had one on the end. So I got two. Do you need one? This is, again, I forgot what they're called. It's a Clover. I'll look the name up and I'll let you know what it is. But this kind of scores the fabric and stuff. It scores it, you know, because it's got a very sharp edge. And I thought after 58 years, I need this. Who knew? I don't know if I'll use them very much, but I can put those right there also. I should have one of these on the other side of the room. Okay. Now, here comes the things that I definitely use. And more so the chalk than anything. The dressmakers, or tailors, chalk. Someone is here. Excuse me just a minute. False alarm. This is my Taylor's chalk. I use this more than I use any of the pens, really. Especially when I'm, you know, making clothes, which I do a little bit of everything. And then this one is really good because water soluble. You can use it to mark your fabric, and then it's spritz water on it. It's gone. Okay. So let's put all the little pins and things like that. I have several different colors. These do the same thing as this one. They're water soluble. And I've got a blue, a white, a blue, and a black. Black and blue. And I use those often. So I'm going to put those in here along with my chalk. And, oh, I have another. This is the brush for my machines to clean it. But look what's on the end. Another seam ripper. Oh, I'll never run out. Okay, this is a tool that I'm going to keep up there because I use that for the machine. Oh, I have another one. I should, since I have so many machines. But this one, there it is. That's a little bitty one. That's too tiny for these arthritic hands. I have arthritis really bad. Okay, but I'm going to put that in there. Then I have my screwdrivers for the machines. I keep those close for changing needles or tightening or taking off a screw on my machine. This was my mother's. Guess what it is? Any seamstress or sewer out there will know what this is. When you break a needle, you put it inside, and then you really just throw it away, but it was my mother's, so I don't do that. I have this, and I throw it away when I get it full, and it's getting pretty full. I do break a few needles. Okay, so I'll put this up there so I'll have that close by. I don't know about most seamstresses, but I always have tweezers because picking threads, they work well for me. So I'll put those in here too. And this has a name too. In one of the books I looked, it called it a tweezer. This is not tweezers. This is what I use for when you're running elastic through the casing. Instead of using a pin, this comes apart like this. You put your elastic through there and tighten it. Push this little round doohickey right there up, and it tightens it. And then you can pull it through easier than I can with just a safety pin. And I've got this on there because with my hands, and I'm not using it as an excuse, when I've got this in there, sometimes it's hard to get this through. But if you've got this, you can kind of pull it through. So, you need one. Okay. There's my brush for cleaning. I'll put that one in there. Okay, for the time being, this is where these are going back up here. Needles. I said I break a lot of needles, so I'm going to put these up here. This is the one I have. It's a double needle, so 2 threads at one time. I like that. These are the blades for my rotary cutter. Gotta have those. I'm going to put those back there. All these needles. These are only sewing machine needles. I have embroidery needles over there with my embroidery machine. And everywhere I look, I have things that mean a lot to me. Little cards. This card belonged to one of the hairdressers that used to work at my salon. And she's in heaven now. But I'll never get rid of this. She always made them bright colors so people wouldn't lose them and they would see them and they would know it was hers. And then when my grandmother passed away, one of the customers at the salon sent flowers, and this is the sweet little card. And I keep all those things. I can't help it. I have to keep them. And I put them close by, so sometimes if I feel like I need a little lift, I look at them and read them. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm going to go over here and get a drawer over here. Okay. Got 2 drawers. I don't know that all these are going to go in there. I don't think they will. Because most of these are all hand stitching needles. I don't use those any more than I have to because of these hands. But I do use them occasionally. But I will put some of these out here because I use these a lot. This is my favorite one. It's a seam gauge. And seam gauge. I really like these. Those are the older ones. But this one I really like. I don't know. It's just sturdier. So I keep those. And these are not something I use. These are you use these instead of straight pins when you're pinning a pattern or something. I don't really like them. I don't know why I still have them. Matter of fact, I think I'll take them out and throw them away. I'll get those later. Okay, I have got my mother's measuring tape, and it's huge. One of these is hers too. This one. This was hers too. So I've got both of those, and I will put those up here also. Matter of fact, I don't want these there. I'll put these in there too. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else in here? I have this little ruler I use occasionally, so I'll put that up there too. Oh, another one. Seam rippers and measuring tapes. I have plenty. Okay, there's a few things in here that are kind of special. My daughter, when she was a little bitty girl, I don't know what year it was, but she gave me this little notepad, and the papers are all gone, but I love it, and I keep it close by. Okay, so that's all that's going to go in there from those. I'll put these away later. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to put under here. Guess I could stick this under there. This belonged to a lady, an elderly lady that sewed for years and years and years, and I got a lot of her things, and it's special. I don't have anything in it right now, but it's special. So I keep that. Keep that close. Put that right there. Okay. Anybody know what these are? They're actually eyebrow scissors, but these are the best thing I've found for cutting snippets of thread on my embroidery things. I like them, but the only problem is I've used them so much that the screw won't stay tight, so it's time for new ones. Okay, we're going to stop for a minute. I walked in the door. There's the door. It's closed. Okay, I walk in. There's fabric and other things, mostly fabric. Over there is fabric and notions and all that. And there's my sewing machines. There's Nancy, Tiffany, and Rachel over there. I'll walk around this way. I have a closet in here, but I don't get to use that for sewing. That's my husband's closet. He likes to keep his clothes in here. He doesn't want to be in my closet, and that's okay with me. Okay. Okay, we saw this. Now let's just go around this way a little bit. And over here in these tubs are fabric. Lots of fabric. And then I have some things down here. The box is fleece. And let's see, that little box with the blue lid is paper patterns, PDF patterns, things like that. And the rolling under bed, in this case under table storage, is lots of my different facings and not facings. I can't think. I'll come back to that. Okay, now we've got my quilting grids and rulers and my hoops for my embroidery machine. This is just, these two things are just some special things. I told you about the lady that used to sew that's passed away. She made this, and it's buttonholes and sizes. I don't use it, I just put it up for display. And this was hers, and I couldn't find the other part that went to it. Little embroidery hoop, but anyway. Okay, I got a few patterns and my zippers and just special things up there. That horse is coming down. I need something else to hang my scissors on. I don't like that there, but I didn't take it down after I put it up. And then here's all my threads. These are sewing threads. And there's my TV. And there's my embroidery threads. And I just use this little ironing board most of the time for just when I'm sewing, because I don't really need the big one in here then. And it's over here in the corner. And here is Maggie. Maggie is, I just love her. I just love her. But unfortunately, Maggie is sick right now. She needs to go to the doctor. And right now they're so far backed up that I couldn't get her for a while. So I guess next week I'll just take it and leave it and let them get to it whenever they can. I don't have the big fancy machine. This one works for what I need. And I love her. Love her, love her. She's got to get fixed right away. Got to get fixed right away. This is what I was working on when she got sick. So it's almost finished, but not complete. Anyway, I'll get her fixed. And then we have books up here. Books, sewing books, craft books, buttons. Some buttons are very old. These are special buttons, and it's also a special jar that it's in. My son gave me that full of M&Ms years and years ago. And it says, I love you on it. And I hope I never drop that and break it because it's so special to me. Okay. I have, most of my embroidery things are in that drawer. Well, some of it is. Some of it's got my, this one has my serger threads. And then I have some fabric pieces and stuff in there. And under here, I have my quilted ornament making supplies. I love to make those. I do a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. The desk that this cutting table is on, you can see I've got it raised up with bed risers. It is old. My grandparents gave me that desk. You can see the wire frame, metal frame, when I was in first grade. And like I said, I'm 66 now. So it's been a few years. The top broke, messed up. So I took this piece of Formica that we had and put across there, and it works great for me, for my sewing. And if I need anything any bigger, I just go down to the dining table. It works though. It works. And I just got this little basket thing free. Let me get it out so you can see it. See that? That's not a very good view, is it? Here, let me put it up here. There. That's pretty big. It looks like maybe a magazine holder or something. But guess what Judy's going to use it for? Fabric scraps. Yes, it takes up hardly any room because it's not very wide. See this? I had a box in here and it looked like poo. So I threw it out. And now I have this. It was given to me free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's about it. There's my computer. I guess that's about it. I have a good view of the neighborhood. I can see a lot, and I can see when somebody comes up. I'm not a busybody, but if you see something, you say something. We have good neighbors, good quiet neighborhood. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I hope you enjoyed this. If it was too long, please let me know. I know it's got a lot of mistakes in it because I'm really not with this yet. It's gonna take me some time, but I'm trying and I'm having fun. That's the whole thing, is to have fun. I mean, it's a hobby. But please like and subscribe if you're interested, and share it, comment. Anything, questions or anything, put them in the comments. I'll answer. I love talking to people. Like I said, I don't have an issue talking. So anyway, everybody take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.